Hey everybody, Tom Stewart here. I'm with Liz Trotter. Our guest today is Alvin Gehring, and this is Smart Business Moves.
Woo! Hey, Alvin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Alvin, you were with us a few weeks ago. We were talking about an event that we were doing up in DC at Lillian Leem's place.
Correct. Yeah, I was. It had to have been just about 3-4 weeks ago, I want to say.
Yeah, we had a good time up in DC, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a blast. It was gorgeous too. It didn't get rained on too bad. It's so green up there. I'm out here in the plains in Colorado, so it's just we're coming out of winter. We're just starting to get green out here, so DC was a nice change.
You know, I didn't know you were in Colorado because I've only ever seen you in Charleston.
Yeah, I used to live in Charleston, but yeah, I'm back here in Colorado where I was born and raised.
Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting? I just had it in my head that that's where you were. Oh. Whereabouts in Colorado are you?
I'm in Longmont, so I'm just a bit north of Denver.
I know where that is. That's where Denise lives, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Yeah. Hi,
Okay.
Denise, I hope you're on here. That's very cool. Hey, why am I seeing all this weirdness, like brand color and stuff instead of my normal side windows? I don't know. I like it though. It's pretty. All right. Yeah. So he lives where Denise lives. Do you have a house cleaning company, Alvin? I know one.
No, I find solace in cleaning my own house, though. That is something I really love to do on the weekends, and it's my meditative state. I probably don't do it as good as a professional would, though, if I'm being honest.
Well, I would hope not. Right? Yeah. Otherwise, I probably have a different profession going on there.
It probably would be good for me to hire a house cleaner at least just once so I could get the experience, since I've now been in the industry for 2 years, though, for sure.
Yeah, you know what? You probably would love to have your house like fully cleaned one time too. Starting at a baseline, it's so much easier to keep stuff up.
Yeah, I think my big things are the dogs. It's like, what am I going to do with the dogs? Me and my significant other, we both work from home. So there's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah. So work from home.
Learning this industry, when someone told me it's very personal, I was like, why is it personal? And now I understand it is allowing someone into my home and cleaning my things it is a step different than just like taking my car to a mechanic even.
Yeah. And touching all your stuff and seeing all your stuff, even though I don't have anything to hide or anything.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Lexi. Yeah. Nothing to hide, but it does feel a little weird. And they sort of take over your house. I just had my house cleaned yesterday, and it is always just a little awkward. Like, hi.
I think I would also be the person who's like, I need to clean my house before they come and clean my house. You know, it's like, oh, I have people who I don't know are coming. I need to clean my house.
Hey, Z, nice to meet you.
Who is Z?
Z is, oh my gosh, Dawn's amazing VA. You haven't heard of Z?
No, if I have.
You have. You heard about her at Foundations. She's the one that Dawn is always talking about, that doesn't matter what she needs, she'll just get it done.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Lexi and Dawn were both just at scale. That's why they're like back and forth. Hey, Dawn. Oh, I like this view so much better.
Oh, do you?
The skinny view. Yeah. I don't like to be so big on the screen.
Well, this is the big view, right?
I like this one. I think this is better.
On my screen, only everything's big here. On the other one, only my face is big. All face, all the time. This is like distraction.
Look, we're all big readers too. Look at all of our books behind us.
Yeah. Oh, what are you reading back there, Alvin?
That's a lot. Most of those are my girlfriend's books. A lot of murder mystery is going to be on that shelf. Okay. It's going to be back there. Yeah. Lately, I've been reading more technical books, and then I've been reading management books that my mom has been suggesting to me lately.
Oh. Which management book have you read recently that you really like? You got to have at least one of your mom's going to be like, Alvin.
Yeah,
Alvin.
I know, for real. I read The Peter Principle about 2 months ago. That one was a little bit of a tougher read. And then the last one, or currently I'm working on, it's called The Goal, which is just all about maintainable goal setting, which I have a really hard time with. I like to set unachievable goals, and then when I miss, I like to set another unachievable goal, I guess.
It was unachievable anyway. So, yeah, easy.
Yep. So trying to be more realistic with myself.
Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes when you set the unachievable goal, you've got an excuse for not reaching it. It's like, you know, nobody could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair. Oh, hey, Brian's on here too. Hey, Brian. All right. So, Tom, I know you had an announcement today.
Oh, it's been announced. You guys, I don't know, Liz, has this come up in any of your circles today about the new ruling from the FTC on non-competes?
Nope, sure hasn't.
Okay, well, this just came out yesterday where they made an announcement that they're going to, in essence, ban non-compete rules in the United States. And
Wow.
it's going to, they think, I mean, non-competes are in a lot of different places, okay? A lot of it has to do with like intellectual property and stuff like that. And, you know, there's a lot of sales. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. And the story's still being written, but as it is now, there's a lot of non-competes are out there that in 120 days, give or take, aren't going to be in effect unless some businesses or, business, consortiums or trade organizations or a combination of all the above, have this either, delayed or changed. But as it stands now, in 120 days, if you've got non-competes in place, they very well might not be enforceable after that.
Wow. That is going to impact a lot of people.
Yeah. About 1 in 5 people are supposedly working under some form of non-compete.
Wow, 20%, huh? Oh, 8%. It says. Yeah.
30 million people.
Wow.
And they're probably overused, but there's some cases where, I don't know, this will be interesting to see how this all plays out. But news you can use, right?
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that you brought that up, Tom. I wasn't in any circle meetings today, but I will be tomorrow. So I guess I know what I'm talking about tomorrow too. Interesting. All right. So I guess this is just one more. I just have one more thing to say. This is just making me think just one more reason why you need to be a great place to work. You need just even better. It's got to be such a great place to work that people want to stay working for you. All right. I like that.
People quit bosses, not jobs.
Yeah. You hear that, Tom?
I'm taking notes.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Tom's my boss. He's an amazing boss. So don't throw him under the railing like that.
So we better see you in another 15 years here.
Oh, I would love to be here.
All
I just have an absolute blast in this community. Everyone is just so amazing.
Oh, okay, good. I love that. Tell us a little bit about that. What's great? It's good for.
All right. So I come from a very different background of, I will call it labor. I come from labor. I didn't take high school very seriously, had no plans to go to college. Military fell through for me, and I ended up being a landscaper, and I was digging holes and planting trees. And then I decided to get my welding certification, and I became a welder for a while. So I was a tradie and a tradesman, and it is a very cutthroat trade industry is very cutthroat. If you'll get replaced if they can pay someone $5 less than you, and they'll do the same amount of work. And there's a lot of, it's just different. After a while, I ended up switching back into tech. I grew up with software development parents, and I've had a computer in my hands since I was like 3 years old. And coming into the tech industry, it's also a very fast-paced, cutthroat industry. Things are constantly changing. You are forced to adapt, and you're expected to adapt. And I think that's good and can be good. And I think it completely just depends on the environment you foster. One of the companies I worked for, the company motto was, quote unquote, never enough. And I think that was just a brutal motto to live by. I remember having an amazing week, and my boss, I sat down with my boss, and he told me, great job, next week you can do better, never enough. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I think I can do better somewhere else, honestly,
Yeah.
So I think it's all about company culture, and having come in and been able to go to Charleston and Arizona, and where else have we been, Tom? We've been to DC.
Detroit.
We went to Detroit. I've gotten to meet cleaning business owners from now all over the United States and Canada, and I get to support them as well. And this industry is just so nice. I think everyone knows each other. It's like the smallest big industry ever. Charleston is the littlest bit, or the biggest little town I ever lived in, and the main industry is like the biggest little companies ever. I think the community that everyone, Tom, Liz, Dawn, I can name 100 people. You guys have fostered such an amazing community, all the way down to me, who I don't own a maid business. I'm not going and cleaning homes. I just support those of you who are running maid businesses, and it's just amazing. So the adventure I've had over the last 2 years in this industry specifically has been just like eye-opening and wonderful. I can't say enough great things about the community that is the cleaning industry.
All right, cool. I love that. I feel like that most people would agree with you. It's a really great industry, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, tell me why. I know that I really do want to get to leveraging AI tools for success, right? It's a great topic. But specifically, why do you like working over there? Why do you like working for MaidCentral? Like, what about you?
I'll leave the room if that makes this more comfortable.
No, not at all. I have no problem with you being here, Tom. What makes MaidCentral so great for me is our team. Yeah. I think Tom himself, Tom and Aja have fostered an amazing environment for all of us. I feel like a team. I don't feel like an employee. I don't feel like a boss. I technically have some people under me, but I don't consider myself to be like a boss. We're all just a team. We're all trying to succeed and grow together. That's what I'm hooked on MaidCentral. I told Tom this the other week in DC. I was like, I'm sold. I'm all the way in. You've got me hooked, so.
All right. So when you're talking about the culture, for you, it's team culture, right? A feeling of we're all working together. We're all one big team. It's not hierarchical. Thank you. Does it have a T in it?
Hierarchical,
right?
It's like, I'm a math guy, not an English guy.
All right. Well,
Alvin, a little backstory on Liz. She won the state spelling bee in Michigan, I believe.
Michigan.
Yes.
Ooh.
Did you get a trophy? Did you get like a belt, like a UFC belt? What did you get for winning that?
No, I didn't. I don't remember. I was only 11.
You got memories is what you got.
Yeah, there you go. I got memories. Yeah. And so Dawn, I like what Dawn says. Yeah, no us and them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also, and you can see that too in even individual cleaning companies. There's this total mentality of you succeed, I succeed, we all succeed. And I think that's really important to drive growth in a team.
Okay.
And the team doing important stuff. And, I don't want to speak for you, Alvin, but speaking for myself, and the vibe that I get is that, I've run cleaning businesses for a long time, and there's trials and tribulations and heartaches and pains in the stomach that when our partners experience that, I experience it too. And we talk a lot about, that pain and struggle and concerns, and need to be able to see this through the eyes of our partners, the companies that trust their businesses with MaidCentral. So every day we're living that saga along with the companies that are using our software. And there's victories in there, and there's challenges, and there's, it's a mix of stuff, but that's part of what makes it fun.
Totally. Yeah, it's ups and downs for sure. I think now that I've been with MaidCentral now for 2 years, I think getting to actually see the growth, I've seen more than a dozen, more than 20 partners grow and grow and grow and continue to grow. And it's so cool to get to see that. It's
And to be part of it.
And to be part of it. And it's not just a number on a page like I was when I worked at Apple.
Nice. Okay, well, tell us about leveraging AI tools, because that's why everybody's here. I mean, I'm always interested in knowing. So a lot of times, I'm sorry I had to harass you, and then now I'm like backtracking again.
Stop wasting time.
I know. I'm sorry. As well, just one more thing, though, for everybody that's still on here and that came on, is the reason why I wanted y'all to hear from Alvin's side. A lot of times we say it's all about the culture. You got to make this great place to work. But listen to what a great place to work sounds like from the employee, right? And what I don't know what your employees sound like. I know what Tom's employees sound like. Team, doing something important, being part of the growth and making big things happen. So I don't know. It could be something for you too. Yeah. All right, now we can talk about AI.
Okay, this is we can get into my bread and butter, so to say, I guess. Yeah, so I think the topic I'm probably most qualified to talk about to a bunch of business owners, having never owned a business in my life, is technology. So I grew up, like I said, both my dad and mom are software developers, and my sister's a software developer, and wow. I am in tech support. So I grew up with a computer in my hand. I consider myself probably in the upper echelon of knowledge. I'm not the top 99%, but I would like to consider I somewhat know what I'm talking about. And what I don't, I know how to research, which I think is a powerful tool. And that's honestly where I'm going to start. I think using AI to supplement gaps in your team's abilities is where you're really going to benefit from using these tools. I think there's a misperception on what AI is and what AI currently can do for you, whether it be a business owner, whether it be, organizing your grocery list. It's something I do with my girlfriend. Used to write down like produce and then which aisle is what. I can just throw it into ChatGPT and say, organize this by section in a grocery store. And it will do that. It will go to your local grocery store, smiths.com or lowes.com, whatever it may be. And it will find what every aisle exists in, and it will sort your grocery list. Okay, I think something like that is really cool. But when we talk about business, I think it's more about filling the gaps. So me and my team, I'm really, really good at the technological side of things. One of my goals this year is to slow down. I'm sure anyone who knows me, they know I talk 100 miles an hour. I'm 2 slides ahead of you right now. In my head, I'm already thinking about what am I going to talk about after I'm done with this sentence. So I'm flying 1,000,000 miles an hour. So I need to slow down. And part of what gets lost in that is communication. So I get to really utilize the communicative side of AI to help me slow down and to be more articulate with my thoughts. Liz, you may not need that. I know you're really inspirational and you're great. And, you have a big old smile. I sometimes maybe have a hard time doing that or conveying that through email. So ChatGPT can help me there. So let me just backtrack a little bit here. So there's 3 types of AI in the modern world. One of them is still theory. And I think that theory AI is really when we break that theory AI, and it's not if, it's when. In my head, it's when anyway, that we can really start to implement or quote unquote replace certain aspects of our life with AI rather than supplement. So the first type of AI you're going to have is reactive machine AI. So this is really old. Reactive machine AI is older than me. The first chess computer that was built that beat Garry Kasparov, if we have any chess fans in here, that is a reactive machine AI. They input a bunch of data into a machine, and the machine is able to quickly access that memory, and then it's able to pull solutions for you. It's not smart. It doesn't learn like you think it would. It has no human emotion. It doesn't have the human experience. It doesn't understand I'm sorry. It doesn't understand how to be apologetic. It knows how to beat you at chess because it was taught how to beat you at chess. That's all it can do. Okay. Now, in today's market, what we're seeing is communicative AI, generative AI. That is what is called limited memory AI. So limited memory AI, it has memory. It has the ability to draw from its past to give you new updated outcomes. So if, say Liz and I are debating and we're inputting our stuff into AI, it's going to learn how I debate. It's going to learn how Liz debates, and it's going to teach me how to debate her based off of how she's been debating me. Old AI doesn't have that. The new groundbreaking Chat GPT, that's what's really behind it. It's taking old memory and old data and then learning from that data, or not learning, it's taking old memory and old data and applying that to new outcomes. Now, the third theory, it's currently a theory right now, is mind AI and self-aware AI. So this is where AI becomes aware that it is its own thing. It has to have emotions. It has to understand what we call the human experience. The human experience being anything that you are experiencing, whether it be a question, whether it be terrible. There's a great psychology person who wrote about the human experience, and anything that you are doing as a human, whether it be sorrow, pain, happiness, that is the human experience. Whether it be the worst situation or the best, since you as a human are experiencing it, that's the human experience. And you're aware of that experience. AI does not have that at all. We're actually, like, realistically nowhere really close to it. We're more focused on just being able to tell AI, give us this outcome. I'm doing this. This is the outcome I want. Do this for me. So that is going to be your bread and butter when we're talking about AI. Everything we go over today, all of the new stuff that comes out is going to be that second topic of AI, which is the limited memory AI. So again, has memory. It uses past data to apply new outcomes.
Okay.
So you mentioned Chat GPT. Everybody talks about that. There's a lot of different solutions that fall into this category, but Chat GPT would be an example of what we're going to be talking about.
Yes. I'm not going to use Chat GPT as any example. I think everyone here knows Chat GPT. It's a very basic communicative AI. You can give it a prompt, or you can prompt it, let it know what it is, and then ask for a result, and it will give you that result. I think AI there's nothing wrong with that. Implementing that into your emails, you can implement that into MaidCentral for any time you're, communicating back to someone. It's great, and it can save you time, but it's not really filling a gap. It's time saving. I think prior to AI, we all could answer emails. That was part of our job. I had to learn where to put a comma in, or how to use a semicolon, because we were taught those things. I don't need AI to help me with that realistically. It's nice. I have 4 or 5 examples that we can kind of go through today that I think will actually supplement things that you probably either don't want to do completely and or cannot do. There are 3 things alone that I 100% cannot do, period. But it took me less than 10 seconds to prompt an AI to do it for me. And it gave me insane results. So the first thing,
your screen, let's take a look at some of
I
that.
know, I'm so excited. You did a good job of ramping us up right here. I'm like,
so the first thing I want to talk about is marketing. So we're going to cover 3 main things that AI can be used for: marketing, sales, and support. Marketing is going to be your big one. Marketing right now, you can go absolutely bananas on. You can build yourself a song. You can build yourself a PowerPoint. You can have AI build yourself clips.
So we can come up with a jingle for smart business moves.
You can, yes. I'm going to share my screen here.
Are you going to do it live? Create us a jingle?
I've already created you a jingle on the back side.
Really?
I'm already prepared. So
I'm so excited.
what I'm in right now, you can see my screen, correct?
Yeah.
So what I'm in right now is called Suno. It's suno.com. You get 10 free songs a day. So my girlfriend was interested.
Spell it for us. Spell it for us.
suno.com. I'll zoom in a little bit for everyone here as well. You can just attach it to your Google account, and all you do is you're giving it a description of what you want. So I've maxed out my credits today. But as you see, I've made a Maid song. I've made some Smart Business Move songs in different genres. So I've made a hip hop song. I've made a pop rock and an electronic song. And it will even give full lyrics. So as you can see on the right side here.
Let's listen to it.
Yeah, I want to hear. I'm dying.
I don't know if I can
Oh, come on.
let
You can
you
do it.
hear what let's see. Can I present? No. Wait, what was that? Present.
Can you send it to
share.
Tom? Because Tom
Yeah, I
can figure
can
it out.
stream it here.
Yeah, here, let's, well, you'd have to log into an account. But if you want to demo it off, Tom, just sign in, and then it will have you just automatically create an account with Google, or you can just go to create. On the left side, go to create.
Do I need an account though?
Yeah, and then just hit like Google, and it will attach to your Gmail.
I'm sharing my screen, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it won't show anything here. It's just going to ask you for permission, and then it'll kick us right back into Suno. So 10 free songs a day, and we just need to be descriptive. So you just need to tell it we don't want an instrumental. We would place the song description with, let's do, a podcast for entrepreneurs focusing on the maid industry. And then you can hit create, and it will write you a song, an instrumental with lyrics, a chorus, and everything. You can tell it to write longer or shorter songs too. So my initial instinct was, well, Stanley Steamer makes your home cleaner. There's like 100 jingles.
So, okay, so I'm screwing up. I have to write a prompt here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you need to write a prompt. Yep. So we can just write a prompt for, podcast for Smart Business Moves.
Theme song.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all are going to have theme songs now. If you're on here, I'm expecting to hear all of your theme songs in Smart Business Moves. I mean,
and then just let it know a bit about what you talk about, Tom.
Talks about how to manage a professional house cleaning service.
Tammy's laughing at us over here.
Oh, just wait. These things sound so good.
Okay.
Really? I can't wait.
And then hit create.
Okay. Anything more? Just we talk about how to manage a. This is good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they get.
Oh, it's waiting on your prior one to finish there, it said. Try create again. Let's see.
It keeps popping out.
Copy your prompt real quick. Copy and then just refresh. I think should get us a nice. Oh, there we go. So it takes a while. It's not like ChatGPT 1 second, but in under around a minute, it's going to create us a theme song with a title. It's going to even create verses, and it will put an AI generated singer on it for you. Almost indistinguishable once we get this to load. And this is,
okay.
I think we're just starting to get into this creativity stuff. There you go. Clean sweep is what it's called.
Okay.
It chose pop.
Sure.
So,
Hey, Denise. While these guys are popping up all of the stuff. Oh, we got a new thing here. I just want to tell you that, in case you didn't know, Alvin lives in Longmont. All right.
yeah.
I'm off.
You got the leader of the MaidCentral support team in your backyard.
Yeah. How cool is that? All right. What do we got?
Oof.
I know, right, Denise? She's all freaked out.
Well, this is kind of.
Can you hear it, Tom? I can't hear it.
We can't hear it, Tom.
Oh, really?
She's not on MaidCentral. She's like, she might do it for her. She might do it for Alvin though. Hey, Linda. Oh, I wish we could hear it, Tom.
Yeah. Let me.
All right. Well, you have to show us something else, Alvin.
No worries. I have a ton of stuff.
Oh, Tammy's creating a jingle right now. She's like, I'm creating my jingle right this minute.
Let me do this. See if this works.
Barely.
Yeah, I can't hear it. So Dawn is making. I heard something. Dawn said, click share sound before you share your screen.
I was looking for that. I didn't see that on the initial share screen, but
Oh, wait a minute.
Is it good, Tom?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to share something else, Alvin. While I
no
play
worries.
with this.
Yeah, you said you have 5 things. I'm super excited. I mean, the first one was amazing already. So,
All right.
Wait, Tammy's giving us a link here. I wonder if you can play her link. I don't know. I might be able to copy it and play it over on my side so I can hear it. I don't know how to get it. It's my jingle. She's laughing. Is it good, Tammy? Do you like it? Or are you going to make another one?
Be. You can get really creative with it. You can make you can make your friend like a funny birthday song with all your inside jokes, and it will write them a song. And it's really fun, cool tool to use
I'm
outside.
super excited. Everybody's getting songs.
All right. Want me to take back over here?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So on the more serious side of things, this is called Elicit, ELICIT. It's elicit.com. And what Elicit is Elicit is an AI that will pretty much instantly analyze peer-reviewed research documents and give you more and better summarized outlines. So for anyone who went to college and had to write papers and had to do peer-reviewed analysis on things, peer-reviewed articles are incredibly useful, and you can get great real scientific answers out of things. And what is hard, though, is extrapolating the data from like a 700-page research paper. Well, this AI will do it for you. And I know in the cleaning industry, probably a lot of people are thinking, well, what do I need to figure? Like, what do I need research papers for? This would have been great when I was in college, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that maybe aren't accurate as you may think they are, or there may be some data on chemicals, cleaning chemicals, the safety of those chemicals that are really, really, really useful to know. We can ask it, what is the safest, most effective cleaning solution for windows, maybe. And it's going to go and do actual data and do peer-reviewed scientific studies, and we're going to actually see that data come up through papers and summaries and findings. So not only are we just saying that bleach is safe to use or X is safe to use, but we know that the data is behind us that we should be maybe washing granite with water or whatever it may be. Right? I'm not a cleaner. I'm sure there's a specific product. So we can do this automobile windshields. Go ahead.
We're not sharing your screen. Hold on.
You're not seeing my screen?
Not seeing elicit.com.
It's on me. Here we go. Now we are.
Okay. So this is, elicit.com. So I just prompted it, what is the safest, most effective cleaning solution? And it's going to go through a bunch. So glass curtain cleaning machine, maybe not that. We're not really cleaning automobile windshields. What's this? Cleaning by spraying with an inert liquid is shown to be effective means of contaminant particles. So not amazing. But there's a lot of stuff we can do here. This is going to be more useful for me, right? In my field, technological stuff. I need to know how a database might work. I can use that. But
how about what cloth? Like what's the best cloth to be using for cleaning residential homes? Maybe would that be a thing?
We probably want to get more specific with it because it's going to be scientific research. So they're probably going to figure out what chemical kills the most amount of bacteria on abrasive surfaces. That would probably be a really great question. Stuff like that. Okay. Clean room with wiping cloths, well laundered nylon and polyester cloths. And then we can go into the citation. So it's more for, it will help for like, if you have a kid who's in college, you could show them this. This will make their life so much easier. But finding empirical data, I think, is important as we run businesses, as you create documentation, whatever it may be. Maybe it may just be to win that argument against your office manager. No, I told you that bleach wasn't safe on countertops or whatever it may be. Yeah. Here's the data behind it. So I'm a big fan of meaningful, peer-backed data. I like having a little bit of, extra ammo behind me when I'm in maybe an argument or something like that. And I've been using Elicit now for many months. I really wish I did have this in college. It would have helped me a lot. This one is more of one of the serious ones. You probably won't find yourself in Elicit like every day.
Right.
When we talk about using AI to implement everyday solutions, you're going to be using tools more like Ready to Send. Now, Ready to Send is going to do exactly what you're seeing here. It's automated email replies, and it attaches to your Gmail. So you guys probably get hundreds, thousands of emails every day. And what it will do is, as you're seeing in this little
feels
clip,
like thousands, Alvin. It feels like thousands.
It does. And what it's doing is, as you see, when you go and open up an email, it's going to automatically generate a response for you, ready to just be tweaked. It will know and it will remember conversations you've had with other people. We can teach it or train it to have a customer service representative. And maybe you have a VA. Maybe you have an office manager who's responding to 100 emails a day. If this even just saves them 10 minutes every day at the end of the year, that's a lot of time. So it's just a simple communicative AI, but it builds right into your Gmail and it automatically responds, quote unquote. It won't send it, but as you see, it's going to go through it here. So it's going to open up an email and it's already typed up her response to Jessica, if they support Japanese or not. So I think this is one of those tools where you're just supplementing the gap. The gap is I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a prompt. Skip that. We can just download this extension and then it will automatically reply to your Gmail. And it's going to get better the more you use it. Right now, we're at such a building block of AI. Everything is it's this new weird industry that everyone's kind of afraid to jump into. And the more research I do, the more I find there's nothing to jump into. Everything is just a supplement. You can do a little add-on that'll help you here. Maybe Elicit will help you here, but there's not just one tool for all of these. I wish I could just have one tab here and say, you can come here and Denise, this is called Ready to Send. You can get to Ready to Send, getreadytosend.com is what this one is.
Oh, Get Ready to Send or just Ready to Send?
It's called Ready to Send, but the website is getreadytosend.com.
Okay. GetReadyToSend.com. All right.
And it will work and as you see, it will work in all of them. It even works with itself in OpenAI. So you can have ChatGPT talk to itself with instant replies, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so I think it's more just about.
Oh, so now you're blaming me for the printer. I love that.
You're jumping into nothing when you're jumping into AI. Just find some small thing that, hey, this is really hard, or hey, this takes up a lot of time, and supplement that time with something AI. You're not currently really going to find a tool for, you can go to apple.com and you can get called by an AI salesperson. That's really not available for like the small businesses right now. Apple has that. Google doesn't even have that. It's like cutting edge Apple material. So I think in 5-6 years, maybe less with how fast all of this stuff goes, 2 years, we probably will be sitting here. Hopefully us three, we can have another conversation about implement this AI tool and it will do everything you need it to. But right now we're talking about find gaps and then find AI solutions to fill those gaps.
I love the idea of finding gaps and then the solution for that gap. I mean, I hadn't thought of it this way at all. I was absolutely doing exactly like you said, looking for the tool.
Yeah. And the tool doesn't exist right now. It's
Right.
so new. It's so new. Everything's changing. Even ChatGPT last year was such a cool, innovative thing. They've done so many updates. The memory of ChatGPT is completely different. It puts out different responses than it did a year ago. It's growing and it's learning. Not like a human's learning, but it is learning. So, the final thing when we talk about filling gaps, my biggest gap in everyday life is starting projects. I just find starting stuff to be really hard. You give me an outline, give me like an hour. I'll fill in that outline. I'll do peer-reviewed articles, and then I can sit here and talk for 3 hours about that topic. But it's like, hey, Alvin, pick something to talk about on the podcast tomorrow. And it's like, oh man, what should I talk about? Like, do I talk about welding? Well, that's not really going to fit, right? So I can just say, oh, well, I should talk about AI. And then I'm going to let AI do everything else for me. I'm going to tell ChatGPT, or I'm going to come into, let me pull it open 1 second.
Yeah, new gap filler. I hear it coming.
Yep. I'm going to come into Gamma, GAMMA.app. And what Gamma is going to do is, whether I'm in the initial steps of my planning, whether I'm halfway through, or maybe you're a starter and not a finisher. Maybe say, Liz, you can come up with an outline. You can give me a presentation to talk on, but you don't want to sit and do all the research. I don't want to sit and do the research and build a PowerPoint. I can build an outline and do all that, right? So I've already done this. I've outlined today's conversation. I just built an outline of what I was going to go over. It's incredibly small, right? So I've turned this, if you can see my screen, it's just, these are the AIs, just a little side note for me. All I've done is I've input that into Gamma. Let me get back to the right screen. Where's my mouse? There it is. And I told it to make me a PowerPoint presentation. All I gave Gamma was this. This is all Gamma got, was this.
What?
And this is what Gamma gave me, asking it for a PowerPoint presentation.
Gamma got that, and Gamma gave you this.
Yep.
And did you give it any colors or anything?
All I did was this. So in home, I'm just picking like a create. We can paste the text. We can just generate something from scratch, or I can import a file. I'll just generate something from new. What would topics about cleaning, proper ways to clean a home. Maybe you already have a document for your technicians on the proper materials. We can just input that document. We can upload that document, tell Gamma to generate an outline, and we can say, perfect, 8 cards. Maybe I want 9 or 10 cards, which is slideshows. It's a slideshow presentation. Yeah. And I'm going to say, I want it to be incredibly detailed. You can include AI images, and I'm going to just hit generate at the bottom. And it's going to basically ask me to pick a theme on the right side. I'm going to pick one that's really cool that I like, and I'm going to hit generate. And it's going to build my it's building it right now on the back side. And I'm just going to do nothing. And in less than 2 minutes here, we're going to have this amazingly built PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to be ready for my, my meeting with Liz and Tom to present all of this. And it's going to be AI images. Like, I'm not doing any of this. This is all just AI. This goes from, you can go at any point in your project, whether maybe you already have this and you just want all the cool backgrounds. Just throw your already existing PowerPoint in here, or just
right on there.
And you can tell it how many slides you want, and it's just going to produce these amazing. I could never make this. It would take me weeks to make this PowerPoint presentation. And a good point here too is we can just download this and then edit it on the back end too. So this is where I'm talking about supplement the gaps. God, this is going to take me forever. Okay, let AI do it and then adjust.
If you modify the prompt and say, I want more graphics and less words, it would then rebuild it again.
Yep. Exactly. We can go back and reprompt it. We can come in here and edit it. We can talk to the AI and tell it, I want it to be more personal. And it'll say, all right, I'm making it more personal. And we can go back through and do that. I could even realistically tell it, leave a few spelling mistakes. Right?
No.
Because I'm a human, right? But
No, Alvin, no. What are you doing?
don't do that, but it'll do exactly what you tell it to. And I think this tool is the absolute summarization of how you should be using AI in your business. Those long projects that you have to send to your VA, that you have to send to your general manager, or that you off task to people, you can still off task those, but make sure they're set up with these tools. I have these tools. My team is using these tools to support MaidCentral users. I'm using these tools to be more articulate and to make myself more customer facing and less techie appearing. I'm not changing myself as a person, but I'm filling in the gaps of who I am as a person with tools. And it's just amazing. And this is just the surface. I always say this a lot. I think this is probably my saying of the year, just the surface. Every week, every month, something new comes out, and it's all hard to keep up with.
Talk to us a little bit about that, Alvin. How are you keeping up? How do you know, where do you go to look and find these tools to fill the gaps? Like if I'm not on Smart Business Moves, I got no tools to fill no gaps, right?
Yeah. I keep up to date using it's basically like an AI social media. It's called DAIR.ai. And it's just like a big recent blog project. It's literally a blog post. This is like cutting edge stuff. Like a lot of this stuff. So, something to note here is AI is being used mostly in engineering. Like if you have developers, they're using AI to software developers these days because of AI are almost like 50% more efficient, they're saying, because AI is able to predict what they're going to write and rewrite lines. When we're talking about us, it hasn't really broken into our industry yet because all the developers are still like making development stuff. And so when you're keeping up with a lot of the AI, I think it's hard to filter out what matters to you and to your business. And honestly, here's my advice. I think just staying in the loop. Tom is really in the loop. I'm in the loop. Liz is in the loop. Being in circles, communicating with your peers. When there's something big, when there's something game breaking, you're going to know. I'm going to make something about it. Tom is going to post something about it. Someone in the circle is going to find something amazing and talk about it. There isn't, AI.com and it's just like every new thing. Everything about AI looks like this. It's boring. It's blog posts written by developers and in French, I guess, so it's like, there's not this amazing, just go here. Not yet. So I guess, hey, if there's a bunch of business people out here, if you love AI, there's an opportunity out there for like AI news. I have notes written down about this topic. And one of my biggest notes here is if there's game breaking stuff, you're going to hear about it. You're just going to hear about it. It's gold. It's like the gold rush. When there was gold found in California or in Colorado, you heard about it. One person found gold. People can't keep their mouths shut, nor should they, because these are tools that we should be using to help each other. All
right. Well, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. More of a tactical type thing. So let's say that I know I have a problem. Let's say my problem is I have an SEO person that I work with, but I don't know if they're doing a good job for me or not. What should they be doing? How do I know? Where might I go to find something like this? What kind of place would I be looking for? Any ideas?
No, I mean, I haven't had that question yet. I'd have to, do some research. I would basically just start by asking Google. You could ask other AI. I would ask AI first. I mean, my perspective, I don't even know what an SEO's like
Me either. That's why I'm coming up with this question.
I would start by asking AI that even, hey, can you give me a description of what an SEO is and what KPIs an SEO on standard would meet? And then we could adjust from there. Some of that
you could probably just ask it to, you could an engine, you could go to ChatGPT and ask it to put together, what process would I use to determine if my SEO is functioning properly or if my SEO agency is doing a good job. Put it in bullet form. Give me, the top 10 things I should be checking. And I really bet you there's a tool out there that you can drop a website in and it'll kind of rip it apart and tell you,
I'm wondering, like, how do you find the different AI tools to fill the gap? So it sounds like a good place to start is going to be just OpenAI for right now, ChatGPT, right?
ChatGPT or Bard. Yeah. ChatGPT is not biased. It will suggest other AI to you. If you ask it, can another AI do this better? It will say, oh yeah, try this. It's not like discriminatory like that. It could though. Yeah. So that's where, that's like where the research gets hard. Yeah.
Right. So it's still, we got to do some work still. It's just different work.
So we've got about 5 minutes left. Did you have any other tools you wanted to share, Alvin?
I'm going to wrap up the last tool. So I've just taught and showed you guys how to complete everything business-wise in AI. How do you tell what's AI and what's not? We use AI. So this is GPT0.me, and you can input prompts, pictures, PowerPoints. Maybe your SEO, maybe your VP wrote up a brilliant document and you want to know if he wrote it or if ChatGPT did. You can come in here and you can input what that is or what that file is. And this AI tells you if AI built it or not. This is the most popular tool that teachers are using in school these days.
Oh, I'll bet.
I think just as important as implementing it, spotting it is equally important tool to know, hey, that's AI. Hey, that is a real person. And it's going to get harder and harder.
Like if you used AI to write a blog article and then you went in and made some modifications to it, does it like give it a score and say that this is, so if you're paying somebody to do blog articles for you, part of your SEO, and if it says, well, this is 100%, AI, then maybe you could cut out the middleman and just do it yourself, right?
Exactly.
Oh, so it will give you like a score, like a percentage, like this is
essentially, yeah. It's going to basically say mostly AI or AI plus human, right? Okay. It's going to say like 5 of 11 sentences were generated by AI. 87% of this is mixed, 11% written by AI, 1% by human. And then, so this is obviously whoever wrote this, they had AI write it, and then they came and they gave it their personal flair.
They modified it. Yeah.
And then the last tool, I'm not going to go over this one. Everyone should go check out and do some research on bannerbear.com. If you want marketing, this is your one-stop marketing tool. It can build you videos. It can build you GIFs. It will do marketing for you. You can train it. If you're looking at marketing AI, I believe this is what you should be looking into from my most recent research.
Wow.
Okay.
And I mean, seriously, it develops. It will make banners. You don't know code. It will code and pre-tweet. You can set up Banner Bear to tweet out on a schedule for you. And it can be your own social media AI. So Banner Bear is amazing. I would definitely look at some of these. Like they have, you can you can tell Banner Bear to build you a Zapier post that posts its data to MaidCentral, and all of your lead sourcing can be from one place.
Oh my gosh.
There's my last tip.
Okay. So we are pressing on top of the hour. If you think this is useful, and I think most of us here, everybody here would think it's useful. Alvin, I think what you shared with us was awesome and incredibly useful. We're going to be doing a full day event up at Gosha Barron's office, June 10. Alvin's going to be there and this was kind of an abridged version of, it's going to be an entire day event of AI tools filling the gap and getting to a lot more detail about some of the nuts and bolts of things that you can do with AI. I mean, because there's a ton that we've done in other presentations of some of the live events that we've done. If you want a day full of this, I guess we're going to be coming out probably by the end of the week with a registration form where you can sign up and come up. There's ISSA residential event at Gosha's office on Sunday. We're going to be on Monday. And then there's some stuff at the ISSA office. It's going to be happening Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday. I don't know. So it's going to be a full week of training. But Alvin just kind of gave us a taste of what he's going to be doing for a full day in Chicago in June.
And to answer Linda's question, every AI site is going to have both free options and paid for options.
Makes sense.
Everything I went over today does have free. So like the music generator, the PowerPoint generator, they're free, but you get X amount per day.
Like you were saying, you had 10 per day.
10 songs per day is what Suno will let you make for free. If you want to make more than 10 a day, then you would have to update to the paid version, but you still get 10 per day for free.
Okay.
That is the typical structure for AI at the moment. ChatGPT, anything is like, you'll get like sneak peek free, and then there's more features locked behind paywalls, and it will depend usage and all of that. So I would definitely look into pricing per each individual AI you're using.
So, Alvin, thank you. This was really cool. Appreciate everything that you've done here. Looking forward to more of this in Chicago, June 10. I think I've got the line feed figured out. So I'm going to play us out, Liz, with our new jingle, okay?
Woo!
It's really muffled, Tom.
Oh, poo. We got to figure out how to play our jingle, Tom. Come on.
The line speed is supposed to be.
Let me put it into ChatGPT. Find out how to play our jingle that was created on Suno.com. No, nothing.
Alvin, thank you again. We'll call this a day. We'll be back next Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
so much, Alvin. Bye,
Thanks
everybody.
for having me. Have a great day.
Thank you.